Some names move through history, almost unnoticed, yet they hold everything together. They are not kings, they are not conquerors. They did not leave famous speeches, but without them, much of what exists today would not. This is where the story of St. Cletus begins. If you value discovering the roots of faith and the hidden figures who shaped history, subscribe to the channel and like the video so more people can discover these stories. The life of St. Cletus, also known as Cletus, in some traditions, unfolds during one of the most fragile and decisive periods in early Christianity. He did not live in stability or recognition. His life took place in a time marked by persecution, uncertainty, and constant risk. Cletus was likely born in the 1st century, possibly in Rome or nearby regions. Historical details about his early life are scarce, which already reflects a defining aspect of his story: the absence of visible prominence. He is not remembered for dramatic individual achievements, but for his role at a critical moment. St. Cletus is recognized as the 3rd Pope of the Catholic Church, succeeding St. Peter and St. Linus. This succession was not symbolic. It represented the survival of a fragile and growing community that needed continuity to exist. Taking this role did not bring honor. It brought danger. Rome, the center of the empire, was also a place where Christians were viewed with suspicion. Their refusal to worship Roman gods or the emperor placed them in direct tension with authority. Leadership within the church meant exposure, and still, Cletus remained. During his pontificate, roughly between 76 and 88 AD, he carried the responsibility of maintaining unity in a church that had not yet developed formal structures. Everything depended on cohesion, clarity, and continuity. He guided communities, strengthened faith, preserved apostolic teaching, all without protection, without certainty, without recognition. The tension of that period was constant. To be Christian was dangerous. To lead Christians was even more so. There was no institutional safety, no legal protection, only conviction and responsibility toward a fragile but growing community. Cletus fulfilled his role quietly. There are no records of dramatic speeches or public confrontations. His legacy is continuity. He ensured that what began with Peter did not collapse or fragment. That continuity was essential. Without it, division would have been inevitable. He is also associated with early organizational steps within the church, such as structuring communities and ordaining leaders. These actions, though simple, laid groundwork for long-term stability, yet the risk never disappeared. Tradition holds that St. Cletus died as a martyr around 88 AD during persecution. Details are limited, but his end reflects the reality faced by early Christian leaders: fidelity, even at the cost of life. He left no known writings, no theological works, no recorded speeches, but he left something harder to build: stability. In a moment where everything could have fallen apart, he held it together. This redefines his importance. St. Cletus is not a figure of visibility. He is a figure of endurance. Someone who remains when recognition is absent. Someone who continues when conditions are unfavorable. His story raises a direct question: what truly sustains something over time? Not isolated extraordinary moments, but repeated fidelity, quiet commitment, consistency. He did not start the church. He did not visibly expand it, but he ensured it did not stop. And in certain moments, that matters more than growth. It prevents collapse. Today, his name may not be widely recognized, but his impact remains embedded in the very structure of the church. He represents a form of leadership that does not seek attention but accepts responsibility. In a world focused on visibility and immediate results, his life offers contrast. He was not seen, but he was essential. He did not stand out, but he sustained. And that may be the most challenging part of his story: understanding that not everything essential will be visible. Not every impact will be recognized. Not every act of fidelity will be celebrated. Yet it still builds, and it endures. If this story made you reflect, subscribe to the channel, and leave a like so more people can discover these messages.